Hello guys! I have a short video for you today on rose fragrances that didn't really work out for me. A word of warning, these are popular fragrances with ongoing hype or hyped at some point in the past, so having these fragrances as fails would be unpopular opinion. At this point, I would like to put a big disclaimer that these are entirely my experiences wearing these fragrances. I also have to highlight that the climate I wore these perfumes in is warm, tropical, and humid. So this may play a lot of role on the general experience of this perfume. But before I proceed, if you're a fan of fragrances and fragrance-related content, please do consider subscribing to this channel, Ude Jane. Click on the bell icon to be notified of future videos. I highly appreciate your support of this channel, guys. Rose, the queen of flowers, and probably one of the most popular notes in fragrances. But as a note in fragrances, I have a love-hate relationship with this. It has to be done a certain way to make it good and wearable. Hence, I'm presenting you with 3 fragrances that didn't really work out for me. These are rose dominant fragrances in my collection that I've tried or gotten a sample of and probably started wearing and to see if they're a fit or they're generally wearable. The first one is this one, which is getting a lot of hype recently. So this is Florabotanica by Balenciaga. This is a 2012 creation with mint on top, rose, carnation, and cannabis in the mid, and vetiver and amber in the base. So there is, as I've said, an ongoing hype at the moment, I believe, as this has been discontinued by the brand. I think you can still easily get this from discount sites. First of all, to me, this is a modern take on rose. This is eons away from the concept of grandma rose, and this, I believe, is what sets this fragrance apart from its contemporaries. However, I simply gave up on this fragrance after 4 full wears. Just to let you know, this is my second sample. So after 4 full wears, I've simply given up on this fragrance. Yeah, because I can't get past the greenness in this fragrance. It overpowers everything else, even the flowers. It's just too present and just too dominant. Or this may just be too aromatic for tropical wear, day or night or AC environment. I've tried them. I just can't. I can't get past the greenness. I can't believe people saying that this is a perfect summertime scent. To me, this is just too much. The greenness in this is just too much. I can't imagine wearing something too green in the sweltering heat. I might end up smelling like dried hay at the end of the day. To be totally honest, I really don't get the ongoing hype around this fragrance. Well, like I said, each to his nose. This is Florabotanica by Balenciaga. Not for me. Another yet popular fragrances as of the last couple of months is this one, this offering from Tom Ford, and this is called Rose Brick. I believe this launched in 2020 under the Tom Ford line and is in this cute pink bottle. So this has Szechuan pepper on top and turmeric as well, and 3 different roses, I believe. And on the base, this has patchouli and tonka. On my skin, the rose is pretty much non-existent. I don't know. The very first time I sprayed this on skin, I was wondering why it was called Rose Brick, because I don't really get the rose in this. The rose is buried underneath all the spicy nuances, and it's too far below that it never really resurfaces, never allowed to bloom or take center stage. By the time my nose detects this, it's way too powdery and probably even wilting, if you know what I mean. I guess Tom Ford fragrances are misnomers half the time. My guess is that the rose, this is a rose offering that I am not used to, or maybe I have expected a very rose dominant scent given the 3 rose variants on the note breakdown, or maybe this weather was highlighting the spices on my skin too much, burying the roses underneath. This is a polarizing scent to me nonetheless, and this is another one that's not for me. But on air, this is a pretty trail. Unfortunately, on my skin, the rose just disappears. Yeah, and this is another rose fragrance that's too popular, all too popular, and probably loved by so many, but just isn't for me. This is Tom Ford Rose Brick. This next one is something from Maison Francis Kurkdjian, and this is called Rose. Alright, this is a 2014 composition with fresh citrus on top. This has Bulgarian rose and rose grass rose, magnolia and violets in the middle, cedar and musk in the base. So this is actually a pretty rose scent, something up my alley, by the way. But for a Maison Francis Kurkdjian creation, this is way too generic for me. This lacks complexity, and this smells like a rose-inspired body mist. Yeah, like just a plain body mist to me. It doesn't project, it doesn't last, it's too uninteresting for a Maison Francis Kurkdjian creation. I feel like I can get a very similar or much better scent for a lot less. For a Maison Francis Kurkdjian fragrance, this was rather underwhelming. When you have offerings like Baccarat Rouge, Gentle Fluidity, and Oud Satin Mood, even Aqua Universalis, which by the way I really love and well worth all the money, this one, compared to all those I've mentioned, has very little to offer. I wouldn't pay the price for a bottle of this, but of course, as you very well know, this is just my opinion. And once again, this for me is a rose fragrance fail. What do you all think of my 3 rose fragrance fails, guys? Please do leave me a comment down below. Do you own this? Have you have any other experience with this, especially wearing them in tropical, humid, hot summer climates, just like in the Philippines? So please do leave me a comment down below what your experiences are. Do you have any rose fragrance fails at the moment? Do share them down below. And that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you in my next one. Please stay safe and spread the fragrance love. Bye!